Welcome back to Dracon's Plays, Dark Souls Remastered. Alright, so we're rocking the same build as last time, as we continue to head, towards Lost Izalith. Once we pass, the edge of the dome there, we'll be in Lost Izalith itself. And we already have quite the sight. So upon entering, we are greeted by view of a ton of demon butts, or dragon butts. So those are literally the back half of an undead dragon. Just indiscriminately copied and pasted here. I mean, there's 3 right there. 2 more. There's a couple more over there. There's more on the, like, far side of the room. It's just like, I think there's somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 of them in here. Totally just indiscriminately copied and pasted throughout the area. And it's like, this room in particular is where the lack of time really is apparent. Now, if you run this route, you can avoid aggroing any of the dragon butts, which is nice, because they are a huge pain. Apparently in the vanilla version of this game, without any patches, all of the, like, a bunch of them will just aggro to you instantly. Which is really not great. Alright, Soul of a Great Hero, so that one is worth 20k. So don't go around that side, you will aggro that guy. And it's just like, they don't drop much souls. I think it's maybe 2k. But it's just everything about them is super disappointing. Well, they shouldn't even be an enemy. But it's just like, you wonder what exactly the thought process was on this. Because it's like, yeah, they ran out of time, but who decided it was a good idea to just copy and paste demon butts everywhere? Or dragon butts? I keep saying demon. They're not even demons. Which is another one of the weird, like, really? Because it's like, yeah, they're not even demons. They don't even have that going for them. So this is an extremely important bonfire. Definitely one that makes your life a lot easier if you know it exists. Because without that, it is a huge run. Alright, so, the only thing of note in this entire lava field is back here. You have 2 items tucked way back in this corner. Divine Blessing, Divine Blessing. Not particularly worth it, but they're not hard to get, so I just wanted to show off that there are items here. It's not quite a giant empty field. There is a little something to collect. And that is actually everything from the lava area. Like, there is no other items here. It's actually kind of crazy. Alright. Now then, let's see. I never realized there were 2 just hanging out right there, too. Now, it should be noted, if you kill them, it is permanent. They'd stay dead forever, but there's no good reason to. Like, you saw me get everything from this area and not aggro any. So, instead of running to that, you could also run for that. I think that route is technically faster, but don't know. One thing I've noticed is people that casually play always take the same route, or route. Funny how that one worked. But yeah, people tend to take the same way every time. Like, that is one of those consistent things. People always have their favorite. But it's like, you hit this area, and now it's copy and paste these little guys, which are essentially legless asylum demons. Like, mini legless asylum demons. For no reason. Yeah, it's just like, Demon Ruins and Lost Izalith are just honestly disappointing. Large Soul of Brave Warrior, very nice. Because there's so much potential here from like a lore perspective, and you got like the demons, but the idea is that the Witch of Izalith and her people weren't always demons, and they became this thing, so it was a regular zone that got corrupted. So it's like, there was a lot of interesting things going on, but unfortunately, they ran out of time. Izalith Catalyst, which we'll read in just a second. And Kirk's down again. Catalyst of the Witch of Izalith of long ago, when her daughters were still flame witches, before they were engulfed by the Chaos Flame. Before the birth of Pyromancy, their wands were mediums for sorcery, but knowledge of this flame sorcery has long since vanished. So that was another one of the daughters. Barbed straight sword. Nice. So we have now encountered yet another of them. Chaos Fire Whip. Does that one have a unique description? Art of the Flame of Chaos, which engulfed the Witch of Izalith and her daughters. Sweep foe with Chaos Fire Whip. The Fire Whip was wielded by the eldest of the Daughters of Chaos. Don't know which one that was. There's no reference by name, so it's probably one of the nameless ones. Alright, so back this way, we do get a few more items. Soul of a Hero. We have a ton of soul items again. And then... Nice try. Rare Ring of Sacrifice. That one is a pain to get. It's super easy to mess up that drop. One little trick for that is after you make the drop, let go of the stick. Fall neutral. Because a lot of times your reaction is to try to immediately correct when you land on the ledge, which a lot of times on that one leads to your falling. So your best course of action is actually just to hang out. Just let it happen. Alright. A lot of these guys. Now, from up here you're able to see one of the weirdest things. There's just giant ones of those guys chilling up there for some reason. And if you pay careful attention, you can see them breathing for some reason. Alright, so down this way actually links up with that shortcut that we locked thanks to the Daughters of Chaos Covenant. And here we have another Titanite demon. This one actually does respawn, interestingly enough. Damn it. Ugh. He has a ton of health. Stupid lingering hitbox. Like, that is ridiculous. The lingering part of that hitbox. Alright, so this one does respawn, and it is guaranteed to drop 2 Demon Titanite, and actually enough to upgrade a Demon Titanite weapon once, because it's 5k per weapon. Or per upgrade, rather. Alright, so here's that shortcut, and... is he here? Yes, he is.
Was it all a lie? Have I done this all for nothing? Oh, my dear son. What now? What should I do? My son. My dear, dear son. Was it all a lie? Oh, my...
So, he is despairing. Now, if you did not kill that red-eyed one, it will be on him and he'll have gone insane. So he will be wearing the Sunlight Magnet, which we never actually read the description of, did we? I just realized that. We never read the Symbol of Avarice either. loathsome parasite that inhabits Lost Izalith. It's completely immobile, yet still lives. When worn on the head, it emanates a blinding light, which is why it is known as the Sunlight Maggot. Then we have the symbol of avarice. Monster head resembling a treasure chest. Once an ancient god, it is said that this symbol of shame imposed on a long-lost clan exiled for the sin of avarice. Wearing this slightly raises soul absorption and item discovery, but also affects its wearer with the curse of the branded. So you lose health over time, is what that actually means. Now, yeah, so Slayer goes insane if you don't kill that red-eyed sunlight maggot. Which leads to you having to kill him. I hope that scared some of you guys. But anyways. So next up, we have another guy to save. Now, we are going to employ a little bit of a trick for this one. Alright. So, these Chaos Eaters are a problem. So, when you talk to Sigmire here, he will jump down and attempt to kill them. So what you actually want to do is not kill all of them, but using a bow, you want to heavily weaken them, maybe kill one. Pretty sure me killing that one will be fine. Because Sigmire here has to do it himself. You can help him, but he has to feel that he did the brunt of it. And the easiest way to achieve that is to snipe these guys down to, like, 1 health. And he's just sleeping on his feet.
Oh, excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. Must be the warmth. Well, what's on your mind? No, don't tell me. Those monsters making life difficult for you? You need not be ashamed. We're all in the same boat, you know. I really have run up quite a debt to you. Perhaps the time has come.
Alright.
Friend, I have an idea. A good one, really. I will rush those dire fiends, and you can slip away in the confusion. Please, friend. I owe you much more than this. By the honor of the Knights of Katarina, allow me to assist you. And now, I go. Don't be slow. Come on! Over here, you!
Yeah, so sometimes this one will get involved. But he can easily handle that one. Damn. Nice. Alright, so you have to have him defeat them with more than 50% of his HP left. Which he totally did there.
You! Didn't you get away? Well, you've saved me. Once again.
Oh?
I'm exhausted.
I think I'll have a rest. Oh, don't you worry. The ground below me is my pillow. I'll recover
What?
shortly.
Okay, that is correct. So if he doesn't make it, like, he gives you a ring if you didn't do it correctly. So therefore, I am fine. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Alright. That's the one that leads up and out. Alright. Yeah, so there's only a few more things down here. The first of which is right over here. A red titanite slab. So that's where you get that, in case you've been wondering. And then we have one more item. I love these guys' like popping sound. It's hilarious. And you get a red titanite chunk there. Alright, and that is that. Nice. Alright. So we have now also advanced Sigmire's quest. And while I remember... Alright. Now, 41,500? Alright. Let's see. That would be 39. Yeah, one of these, I guess. Alright. Nice. Okay, now it's time to go ahead and take on the Bed of Chaos, which I am not looking forward to. I hate the Bed of Chaos. Now, there are a few trick methods to take care of it. One of them is the, what is it, the Toki Firebomb method, where you stand in a certain spot, throw firebombs at certain positions, and you just beat it, just like that. I do not know how to do that one exactly, so we will not be doing that. there is another little trick where using a bow, you're able to break them without too much of an issue. I will be doing that, because that one is pretty straightforward. I love their little popping sounds as they walk. It's really funny. Alright. Yeah, so for this boss, there is no need for a lot of equipment. Instead, setup like this is honestly better. Now, one of the little things they did actually end up fixing is you used to just see out of world if you look down here. They cleaned that up. Which is a nice little thing, because it used to be like, yep, just out of world right there. And there's no reason for it to be like that, either. Because it was such a simple thing. But it's just like, why can you see out of world there? Alright, so I got plenty of arrows for this method. 191 will do the job just fine. There it is, the Bed of Chaos. It actually looks pretty decent. So the Bed of Chaos does not attack you directly. Instead, well, you don't attack the Bed of Chaos directly. Instead, you have to break the roots on either side, which then frees up the center for you to reach. One of the main problems, though, is the boss doesn't normally kill you. You normally die from getting pushed into the pits that appear in the floor after you break the first root. Alright. Alright. This part is stupid. Alright. Oh, this is it, isn't it? Got it. Okay. I don't mind choosing the Bed of Chaos, because it is a bad boss. Like, super bad. Now, one cool theory that I've seen about the Bed of Chaos is that the two roots are actually two more of the Daughters of Chaos. Which has a lot of interesting implications. Man, that looks so good. that firestorm is a problem. Alright. And that was the Bed of Chaos. It was actually the bug at the center. Humanity. Alright. So we got another Lord Soul. Soul of the Bed of Chaos and Mother of all Demons. This Lord Soul was found at the dawn of Age of Fire. The Witch of Izalith attempted to duplicate the first flame from a soul, but instead created a distorted being of chaos and fire. Its power formed a bed of life, which would become the source of all demons, and is more than enough to satiate the Lord Vessel. Alright. So, nice. Alrighty. So with that, we now have all 4 of the Lord Souls, which is super cool. Nice. Good. Alright. Now, let's see. I think I need to go to Firelink Shrine, because I am going to be wrapping up Sigmire's questline. But anyway, so that theory I mentioned says that the roots there are 2 more Daughters of Chaos. So you have those 2. You have Quelana, the Fair Lady, Quelaag, and then the one in front of the boss arena. 6. And then you have a 7th one in front of Ceathless Sith Charge, which accounts for all 7, which is part of the reason I like that theory.
Well, hello again. I have finally located my father. All of your help was invaluable to us. Thank you so much. I was finally able to pass on my mother's last words.
That's nice.
My father, he went on his final adventure. Don't worry. That's just the way he is. Undead or no. Sort of reassuring, really. He goes hollow. I'll just have to kill him again.
Oh boy.
My father.
Alright, so time to meet him on his final adventure. Stone Dragon. So, Sigmire has descended down to Ash Lake for his final adventure. So we're gonna quickly cross the expanse and meet him in Sigland. While we're running over there, we'll talk a little bit more about the Bed of Chaos. So, essentially part of... Well, so what was happening was the fire was starting to die out. And the lords depended on the fire. They were part of the Age of Fire. It's where all their power came from. So to see it fade would mean the end of their reign. So the Witch of Izalith decided to try to fix it. She would attempt to relight the fire using her own soul. Why weren't you dead? Now, that did not work out. Instead of creating like a new first flame, it created the Flame of Chaos, like the soul talked about. And from that sprung all of demonkind. So it's like, in trying to fix it, she actively made the problem worse. Gwyn, seeing the demons start to come out, it's like, no, this is not good. He brought an army of Silver Knights, his best men, down to Izalith to fix the problem. And they essentially had a world war against demons. the results of that war were the demons being driven back for a time at least. And then Gwyn's best soldiers, the Silver Knights' armor was charred. And they became the Black Knights that we now know. Ha! Now, somewhere in that, time frame, like, a little bit after that, probably, it's not terribly clear the timeline there, but Gwyn went to Link the First Flame to try to fix the problem himself, since, the Witch of Izalith's efforts had failed. And, the implications of linking the flame and all that is something we're going to get into for the final episode. The Age of Dark and all of that is actually something we'll get into a bit more with the DLC, because we see more of that stuff there. Now, we have Sigmire and Sigmund.
My father is hollow now. He seems subdued. He will cause no more trouble. It's finally over. I will return to Catherine. You assisted us completely. I can hardly return the favor, but please accept this. It's of no use to me now.
A Titanite slab.
Oh, Father. Dear Father.
Really sad. So she lost her father, Sigmire. He lost his drive for adventure because he kept getting saved. He couldn't do things himself. And reaching this location fulfilled essentially his desire for adventure, I guess you would say. Because discovering something like this would be the ultimate dream for someone like him. But now that he's found a place like this, what did he have to live for? He lost his will to go on, and he hollowed out, thinking that he had found the best thing he could find in his adventures. And poor Sigmund here, who might not even be, poor Sigmund here, who might not even be undead, had to kill her own father after he hollowed out. It's really, really sad. Can you actually clip into his helmet here? Oh, that's weird. He's blinking. Well then. That's not what I was expecting. But anyways. So that is the end of their quest. Or, well, their quest line, rather. Anyways, so with that, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Next time, we're actually going to go ahead and start the DLC. So anyways, I'll see all of you guys later. Bye!